Hey everyone. So I'm just gonna get started. Yeah. So today I wanted to talk about my top tips for following a low carb or low calorie diet. So I'm Sean and I blog at chronicallystrong.com. And basically, my doctor recommended that I start a low calorie, low carb diet a few months ago. And I kind of just laughed it off because I was like, I love food too much. I'm not going to do it. And I was just kind of closed off to it. But I ended up, as the months passed, I ended up just getting fatigued, more tired, kind of not motivated to get out of bed or really do anything. And I thought, like, hey, what if I tried this low calorie, low carb diet and kind of tried to change my lifestyle around and see what happens? And maybe that would give me some energy or help me with my health and kind of improve my mood, maybe help with depression because I do struggle with that a bit. And I've been following it for almost a week now, and it's been so helpful. It's put me in a better mood, and it's also given me a lot of energy. So I just kind of wanted to share some of the things that help me follow this diet with you guys. So my first tip is to hold yourself accountable with apps. So apps make it so much easier if you're trying to do this low calorie, low carb thing because they can one, track it for you, and two, you can be very specific. I love being specific when I'm on these low calorie, low carb diets because I want to account for every single thing I eat. So whether it's the Pam that I spray in the pan, whether it's a simple piece of candy or what have you, I really want to hold myself accountable. That way, I'm just motivated, and I almost look at it as a challenge. So apps are so helpful. The one that I love the most is MyFitnessPal. It's actually a free app. I have an iPhone, but I'm pretty sure Android users could use it too. And it's just so helpful. You can actually scan barcodes with that app. So you don't even have to continuously search the foods that you like. They do have a recent feature where you can add like foods that you recently ate, or like let's say you eat the same breakfast every single day, because most days I do eat the same breakfast. So you can actually find that in your recent or your history, and you don't have to continuously search for every little thing. Also, like I was saying, that barcode thing, all you have to do is go in the app, hit add food, and then choose a meal. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack. Just choose that and then hit the barcode, and it will scan the barcode for you. All you have to do is just hold it up to it. It'll scan the barcode and it'll just acknowledge what it is. The only thing that I've ever had problems scanning are grapes. For some reason, it just doesn't scan grapes, but it's fine. They'll have everything, anything that you can't find by the barcode, you can search it in the app and it'll be perfectly good, and it tracks every single calorie, and it also tracks your nutrition. So you can see I'm just going to go on there really fast because it's kind of hard to talk about something and not just go on it. So as far as nutrition, you can click on it and it'll show you every single day what your nutrition is like. So today I know that I've done really well with my protein. My carbs are still pretty low, and they do have a max for your diet. So okay, so they have a max for your diet. And right now carbs are pretty good because it's right now where I'm at, it's 4:53 p.m. and I'm only halfway through, which I mean, that's good. But my fat, I'm already in the negative, so that tells me to slow down on the fats for the rest of the evening. And then it also tracks sodium, potassium, your vitamins, your cholesterol, your iron, and so much more. So once again, that's called MyFitnessPal, PAL, and it's so helpful. Number 2, take it in baby steps. So I'm not just trying to be like corny or cliche and tell you to like take it one step at a time. No, literally take it in baby steps. I told myself that my first step was, if I followed this diet consistently every single day, and not to be perfect, because you're not going to be perfect. So you need to acknowledge that you're not going to be perfect. But I told myself, hey, if I actually try, and the times when I slip up and I'm eating something I'm not supposed to be eating, or I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be doing, or I'm what have you, I said, as long as I'm conscious of it and I'm not being like this hypocrite and just saying like, oh, it's fine, I can eat this. Like, no, as long as I'm acknowledging like, hey, I shouldn't be eating this. This is not good for me. But I'll let it slide this once because I'm human, or this can be a down day for me, instead of just being in denial. I said, as long as I follow through with this diet and I'm being conscious of my eating and I'm actually eating with intention, then the next step would be for me to go for daily runs. So today was the first day that I actually did my daily run this morning. And it was it felt good. And it felt good because I had been eating well for a few days. Well, now it's been almost a week. So I've been eating well for almost a week. So by me running, it didn't tire me out. Like, I didn't feel crazy tired or stressed, or I wasn't like, well, it was hot. It was hot because it's humid here. But I didn't feel terrible, and it didn't take so much energy. It actually gave me energy. And that's one good thing about following these diets is, when you're eating well and you're putting good fuel into your body, then it tends to give you good benefits back. And I didn't realize that for the longest, but that's been pretty helpful, especially doing the physical activity. So take it in baby steps. Don't just jump in and say, tomorrow I'm going to go out and get a $100 gym membership and I'm never going to eat this, and this again. Like, just take it in baby steps, because it takes so long to build a habit. So it's going to take a while to break those habits, and those habits being unhealthy eating and just not being conscious of your eating. So definitely just take your time with that. Okay, number 3, incorporate breaks. So nothing's going to work unless you just have time for yourself. You have time for a break. So an easy way that I do this is to just give myself a day of chill. So it's not necessarily saying, hey, this is a day that you don't have to be on a diet, because if you tell yourself that, then you're just going to indulge in all these crazy kind of things that you shouldn't necessarily be eating. And ultimately that's going to defeat your purpose of doing all of this if you're going to give yourself one cheat day to make up for all of the good things that you've done this week. So definitely I wouldn't say that it's a day where I tell myself like, go eat what you want to eat, but it's a day where I'm telling myself like, be more lenient, still track what you're eating, but maybe not track it to the end of the day. Maybe not, try not to use the app until the end of the day. Try not to, you can count calories for your meals, but you can be a little bit more lenient on your snacks, or you can have an extra snack today. Just things to give myself time to really recuperate my mind, to just give myself a mental break from this diet and not constantly thinking about calorie counting, and how many carbs am I eating? That's been so helpful. And I just had my first break yesterday, and I did overdo it a little bit. But like I said, as long as you're always conscious of what you're doing, then you're still progressing and you're still making it towards your goal, whatever your goal is. 4, eat with intention. So I think I kind of went over this a little bit, but I'm going to do it a little bit more in detail now. So eat with intention. I really mean to focus on your body, focus on, what your body needs. So eating with intention is eating intentionally and not just putting everything down your throat. Maybe for you, that looks like instead of taking 15 minutes to eat, you take an hour to eat, or you take 30 minutes to eat. That way you're slowing down and you're actually eating your food over time. And that allows you to digest and really just fully appreciate your meal. And that way you won't have to worry about indigestion and all those other issues that come along with it. Also, eating with intention is making sure that you're eating the right things. So I've been trying to make sure that I'm just eating things that my body needs instead of things that my body wants. So instead of eating cake, maybe eat carrots. And if you notice that you're low on something, then you'll go out and you'll try to find something that you actually need, or you'll actually try to find something that actually makes up for what you are lacking. That's what I mean by eating with intention. And then the last one is do it for yourself, even if that means you're doing it by yourself. So if you can't find a friend to go run with, then go run by yourself. If you can't find somebody who wants to be on this diet with you and hold you accountable, and you guys kind of be partners, even though that would be amazing, And I do wish that I had that, and that's an amazing thing to have. But even if you don't have it, do it by yourself, because ultimately you should be doing this for yourself. You're not doing this for anyone else. And then, like I said, if you need something to hold you accountable, then make it be the app. It sends you notifications. Granted, this is not sponsored. I do not have anything to do with this app, but I just like it. Also, My Water, I think, is a good app to track your water intake. You could make that kind of a challenge to yourself. Like, oh, how many cups of water can I get in before 12 o'clock or something like that. So I would say that those are my top 5 tips for following these low calorie, low carb diets. These things have been helpful to me, so I hope that they're helpful for you. And that scared me. I'll see you guys later. Bye.